Welcome to the Cargo City North Hub Royal Cargo Inc.'s 2 billion cargo facility in Plaridel, Bulacan. It spans 6.6 hectares, including a 12,760 square meter cold chain facility with 14,000 pallet positions, a 1.7 hectare container freight station that can accommodate 1,700 to 2,000 containers, an 8,000 square meter dry warehouse, and the hub's own wastewater treatment facility. The hub also features a cold storage warehouse with 14 expansive temperature-controlled rooms which have 2 blast freezing rooms and an 800 square meter food processing area. It is supported by a large fleet of more than 300 units of 1 ton, 2 ton, 20-foot, and 40-foot high-cube reefer vans equipped with generator sets specifically designed for Philippine requirements. It likewise has 18 loading bays, of which 2 are specifically for halal products. Like the company's other facilities, the new hub adheres to international green building standards. The warehouse was built with eco-friendly construction materials and has a solar panel-ready roof deck. Truly world-class, and this is in the Philippines.
It's a wrap. Join us again next week for our continuing discussion on the theme, Sustaining a Growing Economy. Please share with us your comments and suggestions through our social media accounts. Remember, connections matter. Here at Business and Beyond.
This program is brought to you by presented by ACA Race Production and Marketing Incorporated in cooperation with PHILEXPORT, Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
As the country improves its economic and trade performance, there's one part of the value chain that is critical: logistics. However, the country's logistics performance has been lagging behind its ASEAN neighbors. This episode tries to look at the issues and recommendations to address what are ailing the sector. Logistics is obviously an important part of the supply chain which can make or break efficiency. We get the views and insights from an important player, a big one, with international footprint in Asia, US, and Europe. He is the head of Royal Cargo Group and the past president of the European Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Please welcome Mr. Michael Royber.
Thank you.
Mr. Royber, how would you assess the state of the country's logistics sector? Where are we strong and where do we need improvement?
Well, as far as the logistics sector is concerned, it's the flavor of the year actually when it comes to investments due to envisioned growth opportunities fueled by increased consumer spending over the recent years, requiring additional infrastructure such as distribution centers, cold storages, rolling stock, IT system, etc. But customer connections and know-how can be easily purchased, right? I mean, so the growth potential is there, but if not disturbed by inflation or additional taxation, both of which could dampen demand. That's the danger we have. Doris from PCCI clearly said the logistics follows trade.
Right.
Yeah, so if trade is there, logistics is there, and we will be up to the challenge.
Yeah, we see that exports have been declining, right? And so there's imbalance, trade imbalance is growing.
Absolutely, yes. Absolutely. Yes.
And so you have problems on empties, you have problems on the cost because we don't have the volume. And so the issue of high cost of shipping remains.
Yes.
So where do we see the end of this saga?
You will see the end when government realizes that we have to do something about export promotion.
Yes.
Yeah, I have been comparing Vietnam and the Philippines. The first time I saw Vietnam, that was early 1990s. Vietnam was a very, very poor country.
Yeah, right.
Everybody was trying to escape, amongst others, come to the Philippines, seeking refuge, right?
Correct.
But now Vietnam has diversified, has created market leadership in many commodities where the Philippines could excel as well, and we just didn't do it. Chris Gonzalez, the guy running Manila Port, told me on the sideline, he said, you know, Michael, 20 years ago when I started, he's a young man, 20 years ago when I started to run the port, we had more container exports than we have today. So it's really stagnant. So it's not only stagnant in volume, but it's also stagnant it's not stagnant, but it is reduced diversity. So really something should be done to promote exports. Why you mentioned cost? It's like a taxi drive. If you have a taxi drive to a location where nothing is coming back,
Right.
you have to pay twice the price. Twice the price. So that is one thing which is driving cost, right? The imbalance, international imbalance for more cargo coming in, much more cargo coming in than cargo going out, right? But also domestically, you have a lot of cargo going to the south. You have very little cargo going to the north. So these kind of imbalances and play a role. The third one is economics of scale and related to infrastructure development. Because if the ports would have deeper drafts and ship to shore cranes, then we could operate with bigger vessels.
Okay.
Ungeared vessels, they cost less. There's economics of scale,
Right.
and then your costs will be down. And the last one, unfortunately, is also taxation, because there are taxes which domestic vessels have to pay, which international vessels don't have to pay. Even Filipino international vessels don't have to pay, but the domestic vessels have to pay. And all of these are contributing to the high cost of domestic transportation. It's in a way a bit self-made, and a lot can be done, especially in the area of build. If logistics development would get its fair share on build, right?
Right.
Then that could be a game changer. So that is an opportunity. I have addressed the Congress of the Philippines a couple of weeks ago on the issue of unfair trade practices for importers. Right, because we have a situation where some countries which are predominantly exporting their goods to the Philippines on prepaid terms are not actually paying freight, but sometimes even getting incentives to ship to the Philippines,
Yes.
even on supposedly prepaid terms, so they should pay for the freight. But everything is charged to the Filipino consignee in form of all kinds of invented charges.
Right.
Okay, then the main issue was who is in charge. And the problem is nobody seems to be in charge right now. Therefore, it is very important for the government to come to terms and appoint a government agency really in charge.
So we trade, so we can ship.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yes.
Yeah,
All
true.
right. Thank you, Mr. Roy.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Business and Beyond will be back.
Tayo isa sa pinakamahalang shipping rate sa buong Asia. In fact, mas mahal pang mag-ship from Manila to Davao than Manila to, let's say, Tokyo. No? So, by allowing foreign entities to come here to do shipping, bababa yung ating shipping cost. Pag bumaba yung shipping cost natin, yung vegetables, isda, bababa rin ang cost. No? So, logistics plays a very big element in the cost of basic commodities. Kaya isa sa mga gustong ma-liberalize ng Public Services Act ay yung transportation ng bansa.
With more budgets allotted for infrastructure, I think it's moving faster. Number one, they should look also at projects going south. I come from the Bicol region. It's a depressed area. We need more projects going there. Improvement of the roads, especially the road networks. And hopefully, please bring back the railway system going to Bicol.
Hopefully, we see more connector roads linking various provinces from Metro Manila. You see, most of 80% of cargo moves into Manila. So we want a better way of dispersing that volume. And the only way is to have better connector roads, make it cheaper to move them around. You see, there's a lack of container yard space in Metro Manila as of the moment. So you want to see the Harbor Connector Road coming online hopefully by end of this year or the first quarter of next year. That will help bring trucking costs to a better acceptable level, not only for shippers, consignees, but also for carriers. Recently, we've read articles or some statements about empty containers clogging the port. Look at it this way. A container can never enter the terminal unless that is nominated on a vessel. Why do you nominate it on a vessel? The main reason why you nominate that on a vessel, which the terminal accepts, is that for it to be shipped out. It's not there to stay longer.
Well, actually, it's really roads, airports, and seaports. As you know, the electronics industry relies on a lot of imported materials as well as exported products. Traffic is a major concern. That's why it affects our competitiveness. There's a lot of areas of improvement, and I hope that with efforts like Arrancada and working with the government, ODA and PPP, we look forward to improvement in these infrastructures.
Number one is the airport, because the air gateway here in Manila is very important to the national economy. So this congestion and the lack of capacity in NAIA must be addressed immediately.
As we try to make market niches in the global market, here is one industry where we can possibly make a dent. The aerospace industry is very specialized, is very high technology based, and has players who can compete in the field. To give us updates, to give us an overview of what the industry is, please welcome to Business and Beyond the Chairman of the Aerospace Industry Association of the Philippines and the President of his own company, Applied Machining Incorporated. Please welcome Mr. John Lee. Welcome to Business and Beyond, Mr. John Lee.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
I'm sure that not so many people know about the aerospace industry. What are the strengths and what we should improve on?
Okay, industry is quite new for the aerospace. We started out in 2012 after we visited Malaysia. So we saw that there's a need for the Philippine industry to join up together and create an association to be able to push the industry forward.
How many players right now are involved in the industry? What are the activities that you are involved in manufacturing and services?
Yeah, so currently right now, for the tier 1 companies, so we have basically Moog Controls, Rockwell Collins, Jamco. Tier 1 would mean something like they would supply direct to Airbus, Boeing, or the other aircraft assemblers. So everybody's building a new aircraft with composite wings, composite bodies. So this trend right now is what's driving the industry moving forward, to be able to save not only on fuel costs. So there's a huge expansion with technology. So we're quite fortunate that this happened, so which is what's driving the whole industry forward. Because of the every time you manufacture an aircraft, there's a lot more that goes to it after. So you're talking about aerospace toolings, you're looking at services to maintain the aircraft. Unfortunately, unlike cars, it's easier to switch. With aerospace, it's a little bit more different. It's very specific. You need to be competent for that specific job function, certified. So all the certification processes or training process happens 2 years before delivery. So you need to start training 2 years after you place an order, and then your pilots have to be trained also for that specific type aircraft, and they have to log specific miles or air miles to be able to be competent to land and fly the plane.
So to sustain the momentum and move forward further, what assistance do you need from government?
Okay, number one, I think there's a few that I can name. While we are already on the strategic investment priority program of the government, which highlights for hopefully that this new bill that will come out, we are included in that bill for promotions. But promotions per se is still something that we need to do. Our government probably still need to push quite a bit because Philippines isn't known for aerospace, right? So we have been trying to educate, trying to promote it for the last 4 years, going to all the different markets throughout the world. So promotions is really critical because while we do need other support, meaning as in supply chain gaps, we've identified it. So the government right now, Board of Investments, DTI, we're working on enriching the roadmap, revalidating the roadmap, which are the needs, which one maybe we should reconsider, maybe not doing it anymore. Philippines being in the middle of the Pacific, we can actually be one of the best training grounds for pilots because we have the ocean, we have the huge ocean in front of us. So that is an advantage of Philippines also.
Thank you, Mr. Du. I'm
Thank
sure
you, Ma'am
there are so
Liza Leong.
many other things we'd like to talk to you about, but for the meantime, we'd like to thank you for joining
Thank
us
you.
tonight.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Business and Beyond will be back.
Bakit daw ako mag-abroad? Sabi ko, kailangan kasi para sa future ng anak namin.
Ang isa, gusto niya maging pulis, grade 11 na. Sabi niya, ako gusto ko talaga magpulis. Sabi ko, paano tayo makapulis kung hindi natin kaya?
Kasali dito sa payroll ang nanay ko at kasi wala siyang trabaho.
Siyempre.
At saka itong kapatid ko, wala ring asawa, kasali sa payroll ko.
Ang negosyo ko po ay isang sari-sari store na dati umaangkat lang po ako sa mga negosyante dito sa Malapatan.
Kasi malaki yung gastos ng college ko, yung civil engineering kasi yung kinuha.
Dati pong OFW, gusto ko nang umuwi dito kasi mahirap na palayo sa mga anak.
Mahirap maghanap ng pera na wala diretsong makukunan ng money.
Naka-close po tayo ng 28 cash tools dahil doon sa naabandono po, hindi na operitan. It's because ang rason is financial problem po. Yung ginansya ng mga tinda nila, napupunta na doon sa interest ng mga money sharking ng mga dayuhang Indiano.
Nangungutang po kami sa Bombay.
Hiniram namin na 1,000 is maging ano man yun, 1,200 kasi 20%.
Importante sana yung matanggal ka sa 5,699 pa.
Gusto ba natin ng change? Gusto natin ng pagbabago? Gusto ba natin mag-asenso? Nag-orient kami based on the P3 program. Pina-undergo namin sila ng membership also kasi cooperative, they have to be members of the cooperative.
Sabi ko, tama naman yung may mga seminar talaga kaya mahirap hawakan yung pira na hindi mo alam kung paano mo gastusin, paano mo i-start ng business.
Ang requirements is kukuha lang yung vendors dito sa public market ng business permit namin dito, papa-photocopy. Tapos, yun na. Napaka-easy talaga.
Here comes the P3, may financing na kayo, may capacity building pa or trainings pang free in partnership with Negosyo Center. Ano pang hihilingin ninyo? Dalawang factors, andyan na.
Ito na yung tulong ng gobyerno. We'll treat this as a help, hindi yung, baka sabihin yung dole out na naman ito.
This is not a dole-out program. Utang ito ng malapatan MPC from SBC. So babayaran namin yan quarterly.
Hindi naman ito ibinigay sa amin ng gobyerno, kundi ito ay tulong umpisa para sa pangkabuhayan.
Tapos abusuhin nyo, makikita ng gobyerno, hindi pala kayo ganun ka-accountable at saka responsible sa ginagawa nyo.
Wala namang problema, dinunubli ko nga eh. Kasi gusto kong madaling mabayaran. Ako talaga ang nagpunta sa office.
Saka dapat magbayad ng maayos para tuloy-tuloy ang pakinabang natin sa P3.
Ang kapital nila, konti lang yung interest. Pagtapos, pag mabayaran na, nakarilon sila ng medyo malaki na rin. So, lumaki na rin yung kapital nila at saka lumaki na rin yung business operation nila.
Madali tayo makatipon.
Hindi naman ito ganito, yung sa 5-6 ako. Ganun lang yun doon. Tapos nakasali po ako sa P3. Malaking naitulong po sa akin.
Ang una ko po, dito ko nilagay yung 30K. Pangalawa po, yung 50,000 ko, nilagay ko sa boarding house.
Yung ako sa P3, yung nag-starting ko sa mga baboy.
Over. Tapos
Yun po, pang-kapital. Tapos yung ginensya po, nakakatulong po sa pag-aaral para sa mga anak ko.
Sa anak ko po, hindi ako nahirapan sa pagbayad ng tuition.
Barangay Poblasyon to Sitio Aspang, mga 50 pesos ang pasahe. So malaki po ang maitulong po sa mga kapitbahay ko doon.
Kailangan ko talaga doon yung rewinding machine. So nabili ko yun sa mga transformer. Ima-manual ko yan. Aabot ako ng 4 na araw. Manual. Pero ito, kuan lang, 25 minutes lang. Tapos ko na.
Magat hapon, tanghali, mayroon talaga kaming ulam, hindi kami naubusan. Unlike nung una na naubusan kami, ngayon sagana ng pagkain.
Pasasalamat nila talaga na dumating itong P3.
Sana gampanan din natin talaga yung tama at malaking tulong din dito sa pamilya natin. Sana yung iba rin ng mga kasamahan namin na nakakuha dito at hindi aabusuhin.